Well, for anyone who is familiar with this channel, you've probably figured out by now that as far as my taste goes, I lean a little bit more towards the military history side of things. But that doesn't mean that I don't find value in other people and places and events in history. As a matter of fact, I try and seek those things out so that I don't get in a rut and can further educate myself. Well, right now, I am in the historic downtown area of Indianapolis. And I've never said this on a video before, but I want you to watch this one to the end so you can learn the story of the woman whom this theater right here was named after. This is the Walker Theater, and it is named after a woman named Madam C.J. Walker, who, despite being born in the Reconstruction era to a couple who were former slaves and growing up under the most adverse circumstances, rose and became the very first African-American female millionaire. Alright, well, I have made my way here in Indianapolis to the Eugene and Marilyn Glick Indiana History Center. And right now, as you can see from this big giant banner that they have on their exterior, they have a special exhibit going on right now for Madam C.J. Walker. Now, I don't know a whole lot about Madam C.J. Walker, except for that her story is very compelling to me. I know that she was born in the Reconstruction South, which was a horrible time for African Americans. I know that she was the daughter of formerly enslaved people, and that she was orphaned, that she was widowed, was a single mother, and was living as a laundress to get by, and somehow managed to become the very first African American female millionaire, self-made millionaire. So anyway, we're going to dodge in here and fill in some of the gaps. There's dodge in here, fill in some of the gaps on what I don't know, and learn a little bit more about Madam C.J. Walker. All right, so we just got in here into the Indiana History Center, and where I'm at now is a room that they call the You Were There 1915 Madam C.J. Walker Empowering Women. And I'm still learning a little bit more about Madam C.J. Walker myself. So I found somebody who knows way more than I do. This is Susan. She works here at the History Center. So she's going to kind of walk me through a little bit about the life of Madam C.J. Walker.
Madam C.J. Walker is a businesswoman, entrepreneur, activist, philanthropist, and she was very invested in her communities wherever she lived. So Madam C.J. Walker was born in Delta, Louisiana, moved to Vicksburg, Mississippi, and then during that Great Migration, she moved to St. Louis along with her brothers who were barbers. And there she was a washerwoman and a single mom who indeed then married. She was widowed early in her life. And so here she was in St. Louis, and that's where she got her start in business. She started working for Annie Malone, and there she decided to develop her own product. So she moved to Denver, where she was still doing sales for Malone's company, Poro products. And so she started her own, and then she moved to Pittsburgh. And in Pittsburgh, she opened a beauty college as well as a small manufacturing plant. So when she came to Indianapolis, she was already established. She already had agents selling her products for her. And she bought her own property, her own home, and her own manufacturing plant. And this is where she really came to life, financially and as an entrepreneur. But she also became an activist along the way. Her activism was born out of the struggles of the day. African Americans in the United States were denied access to capital, housing, education, voting rights. And at that time when she came, women were not allowed to vote. She moved here in 1910, so she was also a suffragist. So Madam Walker put her money where her mouth is. She was born poor 2 years post the emancipation. She earned everything that she had from hard work, with her hands as a laundress, to a manufacturer, and then a sales ambassador for her own company. And she branded it with her own name.
All right, so they have a whole lot in this exhibit related to Madam C.J. Walker that we are going to take a look at. And one thing that I really like is they have a lot of the original products that would have been made in her company here in Indianapolis. So you got some face powder here. They also have like some free samples of, I'm not sure what that is, but free samples of something. Very cool. Here's a display talking about how Madam Walker, before becoming a wealthy businesswoman, earned her living as a laundress, making about $1 a week. So imagine that, going from making $1 a week to living the life of an entrepreneur and making over $1 million. That is quite the story. I love looking at these old tools. So here, this one that I'm looking at right now, this is an old curling iron from 1915. And so is this. Here's a hot comb and an original packaging of Madam C.J. Walker's wonderful hair ointment. Double strength. One thing I really like about Walker's story is just what an entrepreneur and how ambitious she was. So this is a passport application that she had because she was looking to take her company international. And I think this one, she was looking to go to Jamaica and Panama. Yeah, this lady was something else. Check this out. Here's an old Ford Model T. Now this isn't Madam C.J. Walker's Model T. This is on loan from another museum. But she did have her own Model T. So yeah, pretty amazing. Oh, and check out the headlights. That is cool. Now this has me intrigued. This is a registration that Walker had for a Waverly electric car. I'm going to have to look that up and see if I can learn a little bit more about that. Now, of course, in the era that Walker lived was an era of segregation in some parts of the country and a lot of discrimination in most of the country. And there was one incident where she went to a place called the Isis Theater to watch a show and noticed that the white patrons were being charged a dime and she got charged 25 cents, and she wasn't going to take that. So she ended up taking them to court, and this is the legal complaint that was filed with the Marion County Justice of the Peace. Now, being a self-made millionaire, Walker lived a pretty extravagant life, drove nice cars, had nice clothes, but she also used her money to invest in good causes for the good of others as well. So here are some receipts to different things that she donated to. Like here's one, $300 to the Tuskegee Normal and Industrial Institute. Here's another one, $100 to the NAACP for an anti-lynching fund, which was a huge problem in the country at that point. So yeah, making money and then using it for good. Here's something else that's really kind of interesting about this whole story is Walker used her position to empower other women and give them a livelihood and a way of life. And here you can see, some different things. Like this is a diploma to the Walker College, and then they would have annual meetings and different things like that. Here's some badges from that. But she wasn't the only one that was making money. There were other people that were earning a living from the work that she had done. Oh wow, this is kind of cool. They have a memory program from Madam Walker's funeral. Huh. Now, even after Madam C.J. Walker passed on, they still continued on with the company and with the products. So here you can see some things from the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and it still exists even today. One other cool thing that they have here at this exhibit is there's a living history portion where they have some people who are depicting Madam C.J. Walker, telling her story and allowing you to ask questions and giving context to what her life was like. So anyway, we're gonna dodge in here and take a look at this section of the exhibit.
After I began using Annie's hair care products, selling for her, making money, moved to Denver, Colorado, developed my own products. Mine are like nobody else's. I also have a tatter salve. I also have shampoo, vegetable base. See, many of our colored ladies, we were using lye soap. Lye is not good for your skin or your hair. My vegetable-based shampoo helped heal the scalp. I also have a Glossine. The railway system here in Indianapolis, which is the crossroads of America when it comes to rail, is still going to be our home base. Indianapolis Manufacturing Company stays here. I have 20,000 agents right now. I will recruit more agents and open more schools in the New York area so that our business can continue to grow and thrive.
All right, well that was just a little bit on the story of Madam C.J. Walker. Really enjoyed my time here today and learned a lot. I love stories like this. I can't think of anybody who really had the odds stacked against them more than what Madam C.J. Walker did. To have been born into the era that she was born into, to be a female, to be African American, single mom, to be at the socioeconomic status that she was at, and then to achieve what she did. There's definitely a lot to be learned there. And I know for me personally, it definitely removes any excuses that I have to complain. She was definitely a doer. So I'm glad we stopped here today. And it's places like this, here at the Indiana History Center, where you can learn these stories and where you can be inspired by others and what other people in history have done to overcome the odds. But anyway, great stop. And I guess we're off to the next place. All right, so they have a whole, wow, just burped.